Hey guys, good morning. It's been too long since I went live. It feels like forever. It's been over a week. And I know it's super early, so I might not catch a lot of you up, but I am gonna show you a collection that we have. It's called Make the Stars Jealous, which I love. And I'm just gonna show you how quick and easy it is to use. And you'll see what comes in it when you see me use it. And I'm trying to make sure I don't forget, don't forget anything. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, I love it, I love it. Hey Erica, sorry, I'm not even looking at the camera. So, the base for this collection is BB cream. And you see I have 2 here because I mixed to make my color. But BB cream comes in this, and I'll show you just how little I use. You really don't need a lot. But when I use my BB cream, what I've been doing is the Behold setting spray before. Like, so instead of my primer, I use the setting spray. I like the hold. I guess I've always loved my primer, and I use it for everything else. I even use it for powder, but I just feel like the BB cream and the spray, they just go together. I mean, they just like magnets. They like stick together. Hey Angie, hey Stephanie. Give me a wave, you guys, if you are watching me live. I really didn't expect to catch a lot of people live at this hour, but they just like go together so well. So my primer works with my powder really well. My primer works with my foundation really well. And I've always used primer before I got this, and I just like, I feel like this keeps it on, the BB cream keeps it on so much better, spraying before. And this actually has a continual mist, so I can go like all the way down. Or I can do quick shots like that. Ooh. All right, and then I just kind of pat it in. You know, it's wet obviously, so I'm patting it in until it gets dry. The other thing I like about this is when I'm in a hurry, I don't have to wait as long as I do, when I am using my primer. So when I use primer, I like to give it 5 minutes. Hey Michelle, I like to give it like 5 minutes after my primer before my foundation. And with my Behold setting spray, it's like as soon as it's dry, I'm ready to go, okay? The other easy thing about this is, I'm almost out of this BB cream. I should just toss it now. I've had that BB cream for I don't even know how long. When, I don't even know what I was saying, you guys. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. When it's dry, whoops, when it's dry, it's ready to go, okay? So I love that. I love that about the setting spray, okay? And then I can still put a setting powder over top to give me that matte finish. I could still use a regular pressed powder too, but I get the color that I want from the BB cream, so I don't really need that. So I'm putting a little bit of the dark here. So I use 2 different colors of BB cream because I want to have like a custom color every time, but this is how much I use. Look at how little I have. So I have a lot of the cream, which is the light color, and I have a little bit of the, what is it, honey? No, caramel. A little bit of the caramel, which is like one of the darker colors. And I just mix them together on my fingers. And it's important to note that I start with clean hands, okay? I've just washed my face, applied my lotion, and then rinsed that lotion off of my hands again. So I have clean hands before I get to this. And of course I touched the setting powder, but that's okay. Hey Alyssa, hey guys, if you're watching me live, give me a wave. If you're watching my replay, give me a thumbs up. All right, so I'm just literally mixing it on my fingers. That's how easy it is. And then I'm just gonna pat it around my face. And this is the same way that I apply my lotion. I used to rub it all over my hands, and then I realized I'm putting it into my hands and not into my face where it goes. So you're gonna put it on your hands, on your face, and then you're just going to smudge it all around. And I mean, I do use a little bit of a technique to this. I try to get it around evenly. You know, I'm not as sloppy as with my lotion, but it's really just about as easy as applying lotion. You just want to make sure that you're giving yourself an even application all over. And if you have some blemishes, after the BB cream is when I would take a blending bud and apply my concealer. So you can do that, like for under eyes, I could probably stand to do that. I'm a little tired. I got a little bit of under eye here. But you really don't have to. That's up to you, and if you have blemishes or stuff that you want to cover. But I've got this really light coverage. It kind of looks like I don't have anything on. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Denise. It kind of looks like I don't have anything on, right? But I'm kind of covering the redness that I have, covering the uneven skin tone. And it's not a full coverage. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to sell it as a full coverage because it's not. It's just that really lightweight, like a lightweight finish on your face, you know? Like for me, it's like, okay, I can feel like I have a natural look and I can go out in the world and it's all good, okay? I'm covering up those little tiny imperfections, okay? And so you saw how little I used, and look at how big this bottle is, okay? This is my finger, and you saw how tiny I had on my finger, and look at how big this bottle is. I love it. Like I said, I've had that tube forever, the one I just threw out. All right, so then, okay, we're talking about what comes in the collection, right? So there's other things I'm gonna throw in here, but what comes in the collection is the bronzer. And this stuff, except when I use that new contouring stick that we got, I use the bronzer every single day. Every day, except when I use the contouring stick, because that kind of covers that. But let me just do 1/2 of my face and show you guys the difference. The difference in like this summer sun glow that I have. And the cool thing about this is there's 3 different shades. So you can pick, like if you're lighter like me, you can pick the lighter color shade. If you're a little bit darker, you can pick the darker shade. I wish we had a better range for bronzers for darker skin, but we don't. We do have other alternatives that will work, like other pressed shadows that work, like bronzers that are shimmery like that. But unfortunately, we're not that, we're not as well-rounded as I would want us to be yet. But check this out. That's with my bronzer. That's nothing. Bronzer and nothing. It's a big difference. So, and this stuff will last a long time too. I love it. And it just gives you that nice sun-kissed glow. So, especially when you're like starting to be in between shades and you are like, your foundation is just a little bit light, you can kind of camouflage that with your bronzer, but that only takes you so far. If it's way too light, you're gonna eventually notice. So make sure when you're buying your makeup at this time of year, you're thinking about how you're gonna get tan in the summer. Even if you don't get a lot of tan, like I wear a hat all summer. I'm in the sun a lot, but I wear a hat on my face, like, well, not on my face, but I cover my face with a hat. Yeah, Amber, I will message you. I'll message you when I'm done with this video, for sure. Oh, and that reminds me, I've got a mascara to send out to somebody today. All right, so my bronzer, it's given my face some shape too. So if you have had some weight gain or you don't like a certain feature on your face, you can use the contour to kind of shape your face, you know? Like if I want to make my forehead look a little bit smaller, I'm going to put more of it up here so that it kind of shrinks the appearance of my forehead, which is awesome, okay? So then we're going to go, let's go ahead to brows actually. So what you get in the kit, and I don't have the proper end to this, you get your brow brush, so on one, or your brow pencil, and on one end of that, you've got this little spoolie brow brush. So you brush your brows out, right? And then you use the other end to draw in your brows. And like I said, I'm missing the end of mine. So we're gonna improvise with my splurge, which is my favorite thing to do with brows anyway. The brow pencil is super easy to use, but I do like my splurge. So we're gonna improvise and fill in that way. And doing your brows is like, it makes such a difference. It makes so much difference. I used to not do my brows at all because I have dark brows, and I thought, well, they're there. You can see them, right? Hey, Dolly. Hey, ladies, if you're watching live, give me a wave. Let me know that you're here. But then once I started filling in my brows, I noticed a difference. And like I think it's this way for most people, especially most of my customers once I've convinced them, and my friends once I've convinced them to start filling in their brows. So you have this end of this brush to clean up, which is really great, is they start really light, okay? They love it, and they're like, okay, I see such a huge difference. And like with many things, they get more and more into it. Hey, Dolly. They get more and more into it and they go darker and darker, okay? So, okay, I'm gonna do one side and show you guys. So that's what I ended up doing was I started really light, and I remember seeing pictures now, like I see pictures from the past, you know, your memories on Facebook, where I did my brows and I thought they were so dark, and now I'm like, they're so different than what I do now. So, and I used to not do such a sharp edge here, and now I do a sharper edge. But look at the difference with the brow done and no brow. You see how my eyes, I don't even have mascara on yet. Can you draw an outline? Yeah, I did, yeah. And I'm about to do my other one, Dolly, so just hang tight and you'll see how I did it, because I do underneath, then the top, and then I fill it in. Hey, Amanda. So you see the difference though, how my eye stands out, my brow bone looks nice and high, versus this one where it's not like sinking, but it's just kind of there, and my eye doesn't really stand out. I feel like I'm looking more at my cheek here, whereas here I can see my nice cheekbone and I'm focused more on my eye. It makes a really big difference, okay? So here's my outline. So I start underneath and make sure I have a nice straight line under here, and I really try to follow along where the hairs are. If you don't have a lot of hair, that's okay. You can go outside of that. That's what I have to do when I get to the end here, because I don't have a lot of hair on the inside. But like I have little baby hairs up here, but that they don't really have that dark color, but I'm still gonna follow along them, which is how I fill in the top. So I'm drawing my line there, and then I just carry it down. Yeah, I wanna make sure you guys can see it. Then I just carry it down here to the end, and obviously it gets thinner down at the end. So I'm literally just, like when I used to color in a coloring book, I would color in the outlines and then I would just scribble it all in the center. And I'm a little bit neater now than scribbling, but now I just fill it in. And then if I decide, okay, I need to like sharpen this line down here, or I need to add it up here, I can go back and do that. But I give myself a base shape to go with. And I do stop, especially if I do one eye first and one eye next. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Pam. If you guys are watching me live, give me a wave. And if you catch me on repeat, which I think most people will, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you watched. All right, so see, this is where my hair stops here, but I want my brow to come out a little bit further. So this is where you have to be careful, but you don't have to follow the hair. You want to follow the shape, but you can add where you don't have hair, which is kind of the point of filling in your brows. You want to give the illusion of a thicker brow. All right, so I'm a little lighter handed out here. Sometimes I just smudge that corner so it's not quite as sharp, because I don't want it too square, but I want a little bit of color there. There you go. Nice and thick, and they're not too thick. And like I said, I follow the hair, so I actually have hair where this color is. It's just a lot of those little hairs up here are not dark, so you don't see them until I've colored it in, right? All right, we're gonna do the mascara last. So the other thing you get in this, remember, we're talking about this awesome collection. The other thing you get is the luminizer. So you can get this in powder like I have. You can get it in a cream tube, which is like the same size as this, or you can get it in a stick. I think I have the stick too, but I haven't used it yet. But I just take my luminizer, and look at that already. Look at that shimmer. See? This is without, and you can see the shimmer there. All right, and then I'd like to take, I don't have any eye makeup on today, so I'm definitely gonna put a little shimmer under my brow bone there. See, no shimmer with the shimmer. Hey, Stacy, hey, Ashley. If you guys are watching me live, give me a wave, and if you watch the replay, give me a thumbs up, please. Let me know that you're there. I'm showing this collection called Make the Stars Jealous. So we did BB cream, we did the brows, we did the bronzer, which is probably one of the best parts for me, and then the shimmer. So you see I'm putting it on my cheekbones, I'm putting it up under my brow bone, put it on my nose, and then put a little bit above the lip, okay? And I do it kind of light, but above the lip, and then it gives you like this plump look, okay? It's really cool. And then I don't really see people do this a lot, but I always try to like even out the plumpness and put some underneath here too. But putting it in here, wherever you put this, the light is going to reflect. So where do you want to draw attention to, right? Okay, so then the last part of this is the Epic. Okay, Epic is the one-step mascara that we sell. We have the 3D, which is the two-step. The 3D gives you the most length and volume. I love it. But some people don't like the fibers and don't like the two-step. So we've got the Epic, which is really great because it curls your lashes without using a curler. The formula itself will curl your lashes up. So I have literally put my curler away in the drawer ever since I got this, and I don't curl my lashes. Now, I can do an added extra curl by using my blow dryer like I used to do. Hey, Brittany. But I just choose not to because I get enough from this that I'm happy with it. I always say I like my lashes to go up, and it definitely does that for me. They're definitely up. And you can layer this just like you can layer the 3D. So it won't really be clumpy. So you can add more and more layers to get more volume. But my favorite thing to do is actually when I go out, I will use the Epic first and get a little base layer of mascara, but get that curl, and then I'll put the 3D on top and I get mega lashes. People will think that they are fake lashes, which is awesome because I don't have to use the glue. Oh, here comes Iris. Now you can hear my news in the background. All right, we're almost done, guys. And I don't know what time it is either. Can somebody tell me what time it is? I don't have a clock in here and I don't have my watch on. Yeah, Iris. All right, so see, I just keep going back and adding more and more, and it's not gonna clump. It's just adding to it, which is awesome. So that's everything that you get in the kit. Now, the other thing that I do here, because I like a super matte finish, and I probably should have done this before I did the luminizer, but that's okay, is I use our setting powder, and I'm not gonna do the front of my nose there, but I just use the setting powder to give me a matte finish. It's clear, so it's not gonna mess up where I put my bronzer already. It's just a no color powder, and it's gonna give me that matte finish that I want. And it's gonna help keep this, okay, good, thank you, Amber, I'm good on time. It's gonna help keep my makeup in place as well. So think about it, I've got the setting spray underneath and the setting powder on top. I'm gonna be golden all day. And I tell you what, guys, I should take a picture later because I've been doing power walks at work. I do 2 or 3 power walks. I walk 3 to 4 miles every day when I'm at work. When I get a break, I do a power walk. And it's awesome. You can burn a lot of calories that way, but you get really hot and sweaty too. And my makeup stays. My makeup will stay. I'm hot and sweaty. I'm like wiping my pits with paper towels, and my makeup stays. So I should take a picture for you guys later today and show you. But this is the collection. You get an awesome bag with this too that looks like a purse. And I don't know, I just love these products. We haven't had collections in a long time where I love every single product that is in it and that I think it's like actually worth the value. Because sometimes I'm like, well, you could get a collection, but would you really use this item? You know, would you really want this item? I always feel like there's something extra that maybe you won't get the use out of, but in this case, there are 2 collections that I would use everything in them almost every single day, and this is one of them. So I had to show it off to you guys. So it's getting close to time for me to go and take Rudy out. So I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. And remember, if you watch the replay, give me a thumbs up, all right? Love you guys. Bye-bye.